I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. All right. Welcome, everyone, to the first meeting in September. First of all, Al Wines, glad to have you on board. Al, our new assistant administrator to Lewis George, glad to have you on board. I think everyone that's in Cecil County certainly knows who Al Wine is. Was with the county for many years, is bringing a lot of years of experience to our town, and hopefully you'll make us better.
Thanks, sir.
Yeah, welcome.
Welcome. Okay, minutes of August 20th. Do we have a motion to approve the minutes?
So move. Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any discussion on the minutes? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Financial report and disbursement of funds. Do we have a motion to approve the financial report?
Also move.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? And I did. I saw a invoice here from Cintas for a little over $1,000 for the. Let me find it. I should have had that highlighted here. It was for the AED. Is that certification? Do we know? It kind of shocked me a little bit for the price. It wasn't, oh, here it was, it was plus AED agreement, $1,056.
Yeah, that's the, as far as I can recall, that's the testing and maintenance. In other words, there's a battery in that AED, all the AEDs that are in the town facilities. And they go and check those and test those to make sure they're actually working. The batteries are actually have capacity, they're charged, all of that.
And that's like a yearly charge, I'm hoping.
Right, yes, that does renewal of that contract to do that testing and maintenance.
Very good. Thank you, Tyler. And there was one other comment. I see we had two bills from KCI, or two amounts, and it did go down to $104,000 and $758 this month. When I say go down, I'm being sarcastic, of $104,000. All righty. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. All right, Lou, you're on.
The first item I have, action item is ordinance 5, 2025. The board accepted this for introduction at the last meeting. And this provides for eligible car washes to receive special rates for water and sewer. And the schedule here that's been reviewed by the board. And I recommend that the board enact this ordinance tonight, so it can go into effect on the 23rd of September.
Very good. Do we have a motion to approve ordinance 5-2025 special water and sewer rates?
So moved.
And we have a second.
Second.
Okay, this is being presented for adoption. Is there anyone has any questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
And I abstain.
And abstain. All right, very good. I don't think you needed to, but you can.
I'd feel better doing that.
I think it was understandable.
Okay.
All right, my report. The first thing I have here in front of me, we've got Mr. Richard Goodwin with Cecil Post 15 is here, and he wanted to introduce himself to the Elkton family, and getting very active, and he wanted to make sure that he invited the town to the November 11th, 2025, the Veterans Day celebration right in front of the Armory, starting at 10:45, and we're looking forward to being there. Thank you with that. So the whole board, make sure you got that listed at that time. And I'm gonna pass my time for right now because I do have a couple other things. Jean, glad to have you back.
Good to be back, but
I know.
I'm not gonna keep my promise.
Oh, you're on.
No dancing,
No dancing.
no dancing. Actually, I have nothing to bring tonight.
Did you say nothing to report?
I did.
Charles?
I don't have anything either, but I think we received an email, which I guess we can bring to everyone's attention. And I guess Alicia, you can help us out with the email we received from the music studio up the street. I believe they were gonna try to have you to speak to us, and then I think they put somebody else. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, but keep talking.
The attendance of children to the music. Are you aware of that?
They're working with the Cecil County Office of Economic Development to have a new license with the liquor board that allows under 21 to attend shows, 18 and above to attend without a guardian, and younger than that to attend with a guardian, with restrictions on drinking, obviously. So my understanding through the Cecil County Office of Economic Development is that he has approached them with assistance to go to the liquor board to ask for this change in licensing, if you will. And so they are looking for support to help offer others to be able to attend the shows that they're having versus just those that are over 21. I guess I don't know enough about liquor licenses, I don't know if anybody else does in the room, but I guess you can have one as a bar and then one as a restaurant / bar, and because they don't offer food, they could only do 21 and over, and they really feel that they'd be able to offer more value to the community if they could have others that are under 21 attend their shows in the future.
Or are they gonna present us with, the actual proposal?
I do not know, Jean.
Oh, okay.
I can talk to them about that, but what I know came from the Office of Economic Development. Correct.
Okay. It's very difficult to say that we'll stand behind something or endorse anything until we see it,
So
right?
did you get an email asking to endorse it?
Yes.
Yes, we did.
I'm sorry, and I thought you were in on that, so, but, yeah, we were.
Yeah, I know what I know from the county.
I did reply to that email, voicing my concerns of what we may be opening. If we, and I do agree that it would be beneficial to them and the community. But we're gonna have other establishments saying, why can't we have kids under 21 in our place? We have entertainment. We have to talk this one out.
Yeah, I think it would make sense if you'd like me to approach them to ask to get on an agenda for a future meeting to actually come and present. I'm happy to do that for you.
I would appreciate that because I thought that would be the first thing or the initial thing they would do. You know, they want change, and in order to have change, you've got to come up and speak for yourself about change. Sometimes I don't think people can be a benefit being in the middle for somebody else, but, and I'm not barking at you, but I do know that she has your name mentioned. So,
Yeah, I would guess that they went to the county based on the fact that it's a county liquor board and not the town, and that's probably why I wasn't in the middle. It's fine, but I will definitely reach out to the business and ask that they get on the agenda for Kathleen for a future meeting. Happy to do that.
that's all I have.
Thank you, Earl. And Robert?
I have nothing, but I would like to say that I'm glad to see our speakers downtown appear to be working.
Really?
They are working now.
It only took me 2.5 years. Yeah. Yeah,
Very good.
right now they're working.
I
But
wanted to,
everybody, keep our fingers and toes crossed.
I was gonna come back to that and I wanted to add to it that I believe that we need to play all different genres, right? But I also would like to comment, it would be kind of a couple little thoughts. One would be if there was a way that you could plug into the Elkton Music Hall, like the pregame before the music actually starts, might get people excited that are sitting, maybe at C3 or Elk River, maybe, or play that that band's music. And then also, maybe we have one day where it's all local band music, if possible. I'd love to hear 24 hours of the Nightcrawlers. Right.
The challenge is the system was purchased before Alicia and EA, and so it has very limited capabilities. And it did take me 2 years to actually get them to play, even though they've been up, thanks to DPW. So let me have 24 hours of them actually playing, and then I'll work to see what I can do.
Yeah,
Perfect,
to
perfect.
do that.
exciting.
I appreciate that. And Andy, would you mind coming down and just give me give the board a little bit of an update on the hiring that we've done? And we may have to do a closed meeting, but I just want to get some facts if I could.
Sure.
I appreciate it. Just give us an update on who we've hired, what positions are open. Just give us a
Absolutely.
HR, if you could.
So recently we hired Anna England for crossing guard, and then she also is helping with parking enforcement 1 day a week. He wasn't sure if she would like it, so she wanted to try it. And so we also, Jeff Halter retired from code enforcement and put in to the PD his interest in parking enforcement. So they were able to work that out. So he's doing that 3 days a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, just parking enforcement. And we're still looking for 2 crossing guards. We need it for Thompson Estates, I believe, elementary. We also are hiring a new building inspector to backfill Griff's position when he retires very soon.
Okay.
What's very soon?
Sorry, go ahead.
What's very soon?
He's gonna be, actually, all his background checks went through this,
No, Griff retiring.
probably at the end of November.
Really?
Yeah, really fast. So when we actually posted the code enforcement, we had a couple individuals that were overqualified, and so it kind of made sense. They were actually more qualified for the building inspector. So Chip decided, and with my counsel, to consider them to get ready for Griff, give him time to train him. And so we have a gentleman by the name of Andrew Federhoff that's starting next Wednesday. Great references, great experience, good skill set. So we're excited about that. And then we also made a offer for the code enforcement to Joe Zarillo, who was a past employee with the EPD. And we have to kind of delay his start time just because we don't have the space back there, office space, and also Chip needs time to train. So I have to talk to Chip when we can do that. When we can start him. Right now, the postings that we have right now is the crossing guard, police. We still have the code enforcement, but that's going to be coming down soon. Posting, and that's the only positions that we have available right now.
Anything in Public Works?
No, that's the only position that police officer and crossing guards. So we actually have 1 interview lined up for Lieutenant Comper next week for applicant. But it's been really actually pretty difficult. It's hard to get someone to work 2 hours a day.
Mhm.
A lot of people are looking for more time. And then if they want the job, they said, oh, I can do 1 hour in the morning, but I can't do the afternoon. It doesn't really work well for EPD.
Very good. Anyone have any direct questions about the?
You're talking about 2 hours a day, what you talking about from 8 to?
So for the crossing guard, commissioner, it's 8:30 to 9:30. If you know anyone, please tell them to apply. We need some more applicants. It's 8:30 to 9:30 in the morning, Monday through Friday. And then Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, it's, I believe, 3 to 4. And then Wednesday, those 2 schools, or the Holly Hall and the other Thompson Estates, they need a crossing guard Wednesday from 1 to 2. And that's historically how it's always been.
Very good.
Moving forward, how are you going to, or what's in your mind to acknowledge or let us know specifically who's being hired and who's not? And I'm saying this for this reason, it's mine and others too, but it's not for an argumentative sake, but it's pertinent that we're going to know who it is. A lot of this that you just mentioned, follow me, I've heard it prior to you just mentioning. And I think if the acknowledgement is going to come forward to us or anybody in the town or voters, it has to be done by you or Lois. Now, a good policy was in the past, and I think a lot of us have served on the board. When you get a new employee, they were always paraded before us, shook our hands, and then we knew that we had somebody new. And that would be easy. That's not necessarily a method. It would be easy because now our meetings are at 6 and they are at noon. So that would not take a lot of time away from the new employees, except 6 o'clock, and they're not going to be here that long. But do you follow my point of what I'm saying? We
Yes,
would
sir.
rather know from you rather than the way we've done before.
I understand. There are some nuances to the whole process that make it difficult, but I'll do the best to improve that. I have been, when we get new employees, sharing with the board and also all the employees through company news when we have a new hire.
And I say that for another mere reason. I think there are some people on the police staff, they do a great job. And, you know, I said, gee, I've never seen her or him before. And not that it matters, but yeah, I'm saying it matters because we know we got somebody new. And that's, I think, a complete way that you can do that and acknowledge that we're all on the same page.
What I can do, because I know the chief does this, she does like a departmental report that sends to the board. I can do that if you'd like. I'd be happy to do that. The only thing is sometimes when we make an offer of employment to an applicant, we have very excited about the applicant, but we've had situations where we got to go lot, you know, tentative start date, and then the background checks are not all complete, but when they finally get completion, then they get disqualified. So I'd be happy to send that to the board, but just firmly understand, I'm not going to publicize that until all the information comes in and I know it's a solid hire. But that's something I can do. If you would like to do a report, a monthly report, I'm happy to do that. I think the hiring in the town of Elkton, historically has not been, there hasn't been really a high turnover rate, except the last few years because we had a lot of retirees, we had a lot of changes in the department. And I think that's going to eventually settle out over the next year. That what you're saying, Commissioner, is definitely possible. But again, I want to just caution the board that sometimes when we have made an offer, because I can make a conditional offer to someone, I have to wait to make the offer before I do the background checks legally. Okay, once I make the offer, they accept it, then I begin the process. The process could take a couple days, it could take a week, depending on what's in the background. So sometimes when I make the offer, we're all excited. The department heads are excited, but then there's something that happens that disqualifies a person. We've had that happen a few times in the last few months. We were excited, something came up, and we just could not hire the person. So I could not tell you that because
Well, how about after that fact,
after the fact's no problem.
after they've cleared everything that they need to clear before you make a final offer?
Yes,
If we could, just even in an email, or something, just to say, this person has passed, you know, through the entire process and we're poised to make them a final offer. And this is who it is,
I will work on doing that.
that would work for me.
I will work on.
I think that's all we're asking.
Yeah, I'd be happy to do that.
Just,
It wouldn't even be poised to make an offer when they're done,
Well-
complete and finished.
You know, I can send you a report that we have good candidates and we're making an offer, but that could be confidential until I know everything's in.
Yes.
I think that would be helpful
whatever
for all of us,
Yeah.
we can have.
if you like that.
Yeah.
I mean, is that in agreement with the town administration?
Only thing I need the board, is the board gonna approve people that hire?
No,
If
They-
they're gonna
They just
make a
want,
decision
No.
and
they
hire.
just want to know that you don't want to
Otherwise, you
be,
got yourself in a real liability issue.
I don't think we're looking at wanting to hire anyone. We're just wanting to
you want to be in
give
the know.
input if there was any input we wanted to add
Yes,
there you
that we
go.
may know, throughout the area that you may not know,
this is true.
right? And I
Yes.
think it's important. That's all I think we're doing.
Be happy to work on that and do better.
Thank you.
Can I just get clarification? Do you want that on the police officers too? Cause I can plug you in and buy the install the back.
Well, you do well with it, other than a couple of, I have not seen, but I was just bringing that up as another example of what might be.
Yeah. We've had some issues with that because they start with us usually on the beginning of the pay period, so they might start on a Sunday because we're 24/7, and then we don't have another meeting, or they're off on that day, and we're not paying them overtime to come in to meet them, so. That's where our delay has been, so that's why I've been trying to plug it in. I don't normally give names, but, this time I did because I figured you'd be interested in knowing the names of the two that we had hired this last time. But I've got no problem at all. Love your info because you guys do know a lot of people in this county and area, so I just want to make sure we're clear.
Thank you. Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, that's all I have this evening. Is now we're gonna open up the floor for anyone in the town that has anything to say for the good of the town. Pat,
There's a little, about 20 foot
on North Street on the side of the old Howard House. And it's a yellow curb for some reason, okay? And if you're gonna have an enforcement person, I'm gonna get a ticket, 'cause I park there all the time. And I'm just wondering, why is there a yellow curb there? I saw the guys were, Public Works was painting it, I guess about 6 months ago. I don't know why there's a yellow, there's no driveway, there's no, maybe you know, Rob.
Is it the one that starts immediately after the driveway? Next to the cupcake place, it's now a haircut place, right? You talking about that curb there?
Yeah.
So it's
I mean,
from there to the corner, it's yellow.
And I don't know why.
Yeah, I'd have to look at it. It may be for reasons of,
It's not,
visual.
it's not visibility. Because when you pull out, I mean, you can clearly see any traffic going up Main Street.
You think you're on the another spot there, so yeah.
I just don't know why it's,
I'm not sure. Chief, do you know anything about that?
No, I have to look at it.
Yeah, I'd have to look at it. I'll look at it tomorrow, Pat.
I know like when Elkton Music Hall has their events, people park there all the time too. I just park there. I like to park there, like if I'm over at Elk River and it's at night, I'll be leaving after dark. I kind of like.
You're not hanging out too late, are you?
I'm close to a few things. But maybe twice. But I like to be able to see where my car is, and it's a very highly visible, well-lighted area. I'm
Understand.
not fond of walking places after dark by myself. And I don't even like walking into my house at night, when I get out of my drive, when I get out of my car.
I get an issue with tractor trailers too. Because they have to go as far as they can to the right in order to get around that corner. I'll look at it tomorrow, Pat.
Yeah, I
See
just,
what I think. I'll take pictures and show everybody.
okay,
Perfect.
thanks, Rob.
Thank you. Anyone else? Anyone else?
I'm
Good.
assuming everybody knows when Fall Fest is and you're all gonna show up.
We do. We do.
Most of our
Yeah.
budgets for Friday night.
Is there anyone on the Zoom meeting tonight that has anything to say for the good of the town? I wanted to mention two more things real quickly. Hey, Dan, at 149, 151 East Main Street, on the sidewalk, there's a water cap missing, and there's a hole where the cap has been taken off. Maybe that's something that, I don't believe it's a trip hazard, but, with the hole complete with the, I don't know how you could get your foot in there, but, the cap is missing. And I wanted to tell you, the Holly Hall building looks great with all the debris down and how the, team has put together the, all the information on the, or put the plywood up on the windows. It looks great. And lastly, Tyler, if you could get to the board a list of who is on our current, funding program for the, donations. I know that we've really never penciled that in, who we're giving funding to, but there's been some history of who we've given things to. But we might want to, I think there was a decision, thought maybe we want to look at who we've been doing it in the past and maybe firm up that allocation. All right, with that, do you guys need a meeting? Well, all right, meeting adjourned.